incredible. You guys are doing that's a little better. And we all of us are we've been on the road and we do a lot of talking and we're recruiting. So you heard his voice, and I'm sure Mike's be shy here a little bit. But what a wonderful thing. The people that have been through here today. I don't know those Browns here earlier today. I wasn't fortunate to go over here early enough to say hello. And he, see anyone that coaches should spend 5 minutes with him. Because someone that's accomplished everything those Browns accomplished. But yet he's more interested in listening to you than he is in telling you what he knows. Should tell you just how important it is that we all listen. He's phenomenal. The first time I met him, I was asking him questions. Coach this, coach that. And he said, Frank, forget this. What was your team's play? How do you guard this? How do you guard that? He wanted to listen to me, and I'm sitting there saying, I'm a guy that coached high school ball for 16 years. This guy wants to listen to me speak. I'm just a little math teacher. This guy's won championships everywhere he's been, and he's more concerned with listening to me. But that's the beauty of what we all do. A lot of respect for what you do. 16 years, I said this last year that we were here, I want to repeat it. 16 years sitting in the math classroom, and I dreaded those lesson plans. Because I thought every level had no one else wanted to teach in school. So they didn't care about lesson plans. They wanted to survive for another day. And I got my department head asking me where my unit was in algebra 1. Now I was like, my God, please leave me alone. And, and for you guys to be here, everyone that's here today, that tells me how much you care. Because we all just finished working here not too long ago. But yet we're all so excited about what we do that here we are trying to share knowledge with each other. Trust me, last time when I spoke last year, I spoke about our defense. We defend a little different than most teams. I'm not a big traveling team, but I believe in pressure. And why did I develop certain defensive philosophies? Because I learned that if you let teams sit on their defense, you're pretty good. I remember I was lucky, my second to last high school team, we had 11 guys that ended up signing Division I scholarships. And we were used to play a team in our district that had their center was 6'4", and they were slow and unathletic, but they were tough with the shit. And they played a 2-3 zone. And if their zone set up, even our team with all the good players, scoring was very different. So I learned at a young time that offensively, if you play slow, you're on people's defenses to set up. And I can tell you this, I'm not going to sit here and preach about our team and whether we're good defensively or not. This is what I'll say about our team. I've been a head coach of the Division I, 5 at Kansas State, 4 at South Carolina. So I've been one for 9 years. My first 2 years at South Carolina, Steve's talking about that you don't have enough good players. I know the feeling those first 2 years. But about 9 years, 6 times, we ranked top 30 in the country defensively. It was my first 2 years in South Carolina where we weren't. And I believe in defending and all that good stuff and fighting and competing. But it's the same way with Syracuse and their 2-3 zone. The same way when we play Louisville, we're traveling and we're all over the place. I don't care, like I can't remember the school right now. We played a little major school early in the season. They played in matchups all where they tried to switch everything and sit and eight. It was impossible to score against. So at a young age, I developed the mindset, well, why try to score against that defense? Why don't we just beat them down the court? Part of the reason I believe in our pressure defense is to create a faster game, to force people to play faster, to bring open more opportunities, because I feel it's so hard to score against that defense. But yet, the one aspect of the game that I don't think we all kind of take advantage of is running. When I recruit, I go in and I'll talk to the players. I always have to listen to the run. We had the second most possessions in the SEC this past year. We're going to run. I tried to tell guys, oh, whatever ring's over there, you run the left one, whatever ring you guys, you run the right one. Just make sure you guys talk to each other. Or you end up with two of them doing at the same time. And now you're like, oh, I said, all right, listen, we're going to fix the communication problem here. If you're the two, you better run the right. If you're the three, you better run the left. And if you don't get out there, then you're coming out of the game, I'll put someone else in there. It's pretty simple. So, we call our two-man, which we're on the right side of the floor. We do all kinds of drills because we run out wide as early as we can, and we go. Can I get 5 guys? Can I get 5 guys? Help me out here for a second. So let's say we were playing defense at this basket. We put this line, excuse me, in practice. We put tape front of the rim every day, front of the rim. When we're on defense, we call it the midline. When we're on offense, we call it the dumbass line. And it's real simple. I know this. When I was young, I still at my age, and 16 years in the classroom, and if you ever called someone dumb, you got no chance to ever reach that person again. I know if you called me dumb, I'd probably fight you. Okay? So I don't like that. I say all kinds of crazy stuff, but I never call young people dumb. But we call that line the dumbass line. So what happens? Anytime we get a rebound, if this big has the rebound, Mike has got the rebound. So Josh is my other big. His job is to get on that dumbass line and run as fast as he can to the other end. Now you have the same rule. You're going to hit the half-court line. When you pass the half-court line, you look. Okay? Now, you're probably sitting there saying, why don't you call it the dumbass line? Well, I coach a lot of guys that think that they're going to run like this so they can catch that lob. Well, now he ended up in his lane, and now we got one guy guarding two, and we know who gets a shot down here. So then I'll turn and say, why are you not on the, he goes, coach, I don't want it. I got you. So they don't like the, we got to go about this. All right? So now you guys are there. Now this is the key to everything. Point guard, your job, as soon as it's our ball, if it's going in the basket, we don't wait till the ball goes through. When it's in the net, everyone's running. We train our guys. If there's a clean rebound, Keenan, your job is to get to the sideline, ask to the sideline, above the free throw line. So the rebound, my man Mike can grab the rebound on this side. You're on your horse. We're not looking to throw it like this. We're looking to get over here. That's your job. To get to the sideline so I can see it. Okay? We have a ball. Your first look is always the wing on your side. You can go over the top of it and be my guest. Okay? I want that first pass as high up the floor as we can. So, ball goes here. Now, it's real simple. Okay? Your first pass is always middle guy running to the rim. Not him, middle guy running to the rim. So as soon as I get that outlet, I turn. If my fill guy, we call that the fill. If my fill guy is beating his man, we practice it. We throw that ball over the top, you gotta go chase that ball and score. Whoever gives up that basket ain't winning too many games. But you still have to run every time. You can't run just sometimes. It takes 5 guys to run. So if that's not there, then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to look at my guy and throwing it up one more time. Anytime we advance the ball, if we advance it to you, you guys got to keep running. Because if your man jumps in their help, he's got to be able to pass the corner threes. Okay? But if you can't make that pass, then we go here with it. This is what we do, which flows into what we call our motion offense. It's identity. Anytime we advance, okay? Rule of thumb. If the ball beats the fill automatically runs into a ball screen. So if the ball beats the fill, take another step up. The fill automatically runs into a ball screen. You're getting to the corner. If the ball does not beat the fill, the fill's running into the rim. If you hit any guards, you got to get the ball. Can't dribble down the sideline. You're trying to make a play. They guarded you. Now you got to find it out. You're posting me. Listen to me. There you go. Look at that info ball right there. So you're looking to make a post it. Guys, so we're looking to play your play. As soon as you advance the ball, you're on your horse. Your job, you're in the court. Phil, get the post up. Get the ball below the foul line. If you didn't feel, if you can go attack, you got to kick. You got to drop. You got to drive it to the rim. Off the dribble jump shot. See, we've been top 10 in the country offensive rebounding every single year under the head coach. Because we do this. And what I tell our guys is real simple. When we shoot the ball, it's our ball. Go get it. So we send 3, 4, 5 to the glass every time. 1 and 2, we don't run guys back here. Our 1 and 2s go to the elbows. 3, 4, 5 on the glass. You say, Coach, you're worried about giving up layups? I'm most of that. So I'm worried about winning games. That's how we get extra possessions. I think we've given up this past year 10 passes all year on runners. But yet we're top 10 in the country in offensive rebounding, which means I'm going to fouls on your players. And by the way, officials are freaking awesome. Anyone an official in here, I don't want to offend you. But when we played Kentucky on Valentine's Day, we were number 1 in the country in free throws attempted. So on February 14th, after November, December, January, and 14 days in February, we had the country in free throws attempted. The last 3 weeks of the season, we were dead last in the SEC in free throws attempted. So you know what I have to say to those guys every time they came down the floor. I'm not going to repeat it with the microphone. So you're trying to make plays, and I want you to be players. You got to be aggressive. You drill the shit out of you in practice, so when the game starts, you guys can go. So now, the goal's there. The 3-second count starts with the ball cross out the rim. You find that rim, you get below your name, your steal. Now, if they don't throw it to you, now you start coming out. Okay? Now you're trying to make the play, get the ball below the foul line. Boom. You're motioning. You're sitting in that corner. Oh, ball. While that's going on, you're on your horse. You're on your horse. You're on to that corner. My trailer. So I want you to imagine this. If the team scored, if they scored, as the ball's going through the net, my 5-man is taking it out of the net, running to the letter end, throwing out the pass on the right side, if my point guard is right-handed. If our point guard was left-handed, we'd be throwing outlet passes on the left side. I've made passes. However, excuse me, if the rebound is on that side of the floor, the point guard has to get to that side of the floor. That's the key. I have a point guard this year, real good point. Every time we grab the rebound, he come over here to get a hand on. And I say, not again. I said, that's not what we do, man. There's 350 schools, find one that plays slow. Get where you belong. By the end of the year, you start learning. So now, my trailer. This is my film. This is my trailer. So now hearing my man's trying to make a play. Here comes the trailer. Oh, post. Little guy's working in that post now. You know, I asked Joe Klein this. Anyone remember Joe Klein? Played in the NBA for 100 years. We were sitting around talking. And I said, Joe, because I love big guys at post shot. I said, Joe, why don't guys run in the post anymore? He said, Frank, everyone that looks like me in today's day and age just set the ball straight. You got to realize I can or I can't. If I can't, we got to earn more money. So now we have to go over here. If you couldn't throw it to him, because they were playing some kind of defense in this area, now we work on footwork. Hit the trail, top foot pivot, open up, keep that foot on the ground, pivot the other leg around. There you go. Top foot pivot, now you got the seal for your high lows. In transition, how the hell do you help high low passes in the open court? Okay? So now you're working close. Our footwork that we teach our kids is always lift your defender. So that means that you guard me. I got below you, I was posting you, he couldn't make the pass, because of all pressure, he's too damn big. We hit the trail, now there's my seal, now you gotta be able to make that pass. Unless you try to get over me. So footwork is I gotta continue to lift it. Okay? If that guy says I'm getting behind you, tries to get behind me, then I turn around, I bury him, and I'm always you. Okay? That's what we're playing, chest and ball. Alright, so now you're showing your footwork for high low. As you make that pass, now you know you're getting ready to get straight. So you start now walking your man down a little bit. You're looking for high lows. Early in your careers, I don't let these guys deal with you. Because they all want to pass it blind. They've got to pass the ball. So now, my three who ran the corner, we put an attack. Now when he passes the ball and he looks at you, you're running out of corner. You go back in. So now you reverse the ball. Now remember the forward. So you got me lifted, right? You got me lifted. Now if I go behind you, you bury me. If I stay above you, you got to pass the baseline hand. Now you're going to sit over that guy's hand, he's going to sit in the paint. As soon as you pass, you're going to find me. And now you're going down the street. Okay? Now screens. I remember going to 5-star as a kid. Holy shit, it was 10 o'clock at night, and we were setting screens. And I was saying, why am I doing this for? Oh, no more screens anymore. No, all screens, no one sets a screen anymore, so no one knows how to screen. So now, I'll put up a screen for you. If his man is connected, because they're playing a team that plays behind the post, and they're helping off the corner, and his man stays connected, because that's how you guard shooters, I've got to go get it. You stay, I've got to go get it. I'm coming, I'm getting as big as I can. If they play that outside defense, then you're the outside defender. I'm going to screen you here. Chances are you going inside of me, so I turn, that's something we talk about. And we'll teach you. Your defender goes inside, we turn, and we re-screen like this. We don't slide over. Here, the defender's going inside, I change my angle. Change my angle, and then we fade to the fade screen. So while we got all that going on, now you got two or three different options. If the guy guarding our point guard, he's posting, he's sitting there, you have to throw him the ball. Throw him in the post. You run straight off the foot. If you don't throw him in the post, because your man gets to the baseline side, you empty out and set a corner ball screen. If we set a corner ball screen, you go to the zone. These are all rules. You do whatever you want to do with it. So you got to go be open playing here. You got to get as high up that spot as you can. Because now if your man gets in, if his man helps on the roll, you're trying to get downhill. If his man helps on the roll, and your man helps here, he screens your man and you get the shot. You got it? That's what we do to the corner. Get back to the corner. Yeah, you got the ball here. Now they're guarding you. Your man's not helping, they're guarding you. But you got some long dude and you can't see the post. Happens. You got to explore that screen angle, that screen over there. So he said that screen there is exploring. Let's say you use it, you make that pass, as what goes, I love coaches, Steve, Coach Michael's description of Tebow, calling from the lob. So now if your man steps up to catch this, there's no going back in. So now we can go up or we can go drop pass the ball. Okay? Now we got to keep playing. Play with the team. They don't give you what you want all the time. So now you got to shoot it and pass it, not to dribble. If you pass it and you don't have a shot, his man steps up and you don't see him pass. Now you drag the dribble. If you drag the dribble, it's automatic. You baseline screens for your point guard. Right there. You keep that ball center, now you can curl it, fade it, I don't know how you guard it. The second screen is slightly off the block. So if your man shows you, that's base first left. Okay? So let's say, make sure you try and curl it right now. Make that pass. So now we just ran that runner. You're trying to go play. You try to slip into a post up, get away, when you give him space. So you set that screen. I'm headhunting this. The ball's right there. Here goes what I got. I'm headhunting. If my man shows on either side, I slip. My man stays home, I've got a screen. As soon as he uses my screen, I've got to step down. Ball goes there. There's my post up. If you can't drive it, can't shoot it, you can't see this pass, take it through the wall. That's all we both got. So the first screener, with the ball right here, there goes the guy to the baseline. I turn around and I duck in right here. You might be able to throw it before. Okay? And if now we play from there, he drives the dribble, it's calling ball in. So we run out and we set double ball screen. You know that set? Now look at this. And I usually tell my point guard, go where it's open, but if you're not sure, use the fly. Use the fly. So fly rolls and the 4 pops. Okay? That's at the end of the clock. Now let's say, real quick, let's get back to where we started. BG got the outlet pass. BG got the outlet pass. 2's running, Phil's running, 3's running. Trail through the outlet. Now Trail's on the dumbass line, trying to get to the top of the key. Now you couldn't advance it. You couldn't advance it. You turn, you look, he's guarded. You don't keep the ball on the sideline. You got it out of the sideline early, because everyone teaches one back to drag the rim. Got it out of the sideline early. So now there's some guy running in. That is beautiful. But now you got to defend it out of the rim in the open court. Right? So now you got to go. Go play here. I tell our point guard, you got to dribble it up and get a piece of the circle. Get a piece of the circle. I don't care what side you go to. You got to get a piece of the circle. This is the ball. Right? So if you just blow it, go. We're running to the corners. He's running to the rim and we're playing. There's a guy who guard you, now you got to get a piece of the circle. Cool. Now once you get a piece of the circle, he's running to the corner, he's running to the corner, he's running to the rim. Now from here, I don't care what side you take, but I need you to get it to one elbow or the other. Okay? Pick one. Phil guy always rim to the side of the ball. So now you get it to that elbow, you got below your man. You got below your man, so you're below me. Here he comes in the elbow. Lift me. Lift me. Don't get stuck in your office. Lift me. Throw the ball in there. You understand that? Throw it in there. Put it back on. If you can, listen, here's something. I learned this from Bob Killian at Davis. I spent summer with him with State basketball. He tells his players, the game is about fighting for space. The offense is trying to create space, and the defense is trying to take away your space. So when you're on offense, you fight so hard to get that ball to the elbow. Don't give up that space. Don't give it up because the defender is trying to get that back from you. So as we got the ball to the elbow, so now you can drive under control, change speed drive. The guy that's off a little open shot. Probably going to hit him, but you're playing against a real good player and he didn't go anywhere. Don't just dribble backwards, because if you dribble backwards, dribble backwards. I'm coming right back at you. Okay? So you got to kind of protect the ball, keep me honest, by getting to the elbow, or you're going to make it really flat. turns and looks at you, you live. Now this is where you get your backups from. Okay, you gotta work on your backups. If not, you get there, follow and extend it. Never above the follow. Reverse it, you're searching in that triangle in. As soon as you pass it, you go in. Chase it. Right. So now, anytime on saggers, you can either curl or fade. Right now I'm talking about curls. So the guy's chasing you. So you got to curl it. You're trying to get in there. If you can't get it clean, elbow it out. Pass it there. You stay in the corner. And then you go get the other pin. Curl it again. Slide it around. So now you got curl, off, right behind you. Catch, drop, you throw. Go set the second pin down. I stop right there. You were close. He threw it here. You shield. You just came off staggers. What would you do? Drive it up the hole. His man's occupied. He ain't covered about the shot. So you got to go with your footwork. So that guy crowds you to drive it. Okay? Floor's wide open. If not, now we get the next curl. Trying to hit. Flying to the rim. If we can't get the action, drag it, both legs in the ball. Okay? That's in a nutshell. In a nutshell, that's what we do every single time on the floor. Now, eventually, our trail guy will have to reverse it and chase it with ball screen. Eventually. But if you do ball screen, then nobody goes up. Nobody goes up. That's what we do every single time. Then when I stand up in the game and it's a dead ball and I say motion one, that's what we're running. We just do it off the set instead of going to the floor. So it's consistent. It's the same screen, the same cuts. So the players are aggressive and they know what's coming. One last thing I want to show you. Trail. So now the point guard can't advance. And now they try, he's being guarded by broken players. They're trying to jam him. And you're trying to dribble. And your man is trying to help in him. Because he knows he's trying to get used to the circle. The trail never leaves the point guard. Doesn't run to him. Never leaves the point guard. He's on that foul line. If you are not there right here, I never get past you. I got to stick with you. In case your man runs and jumps, you can go with him. What if he doesn't run and jump? Don't want to throw it to me back here. Now you couldn't meet him. Just run it. So now our trail will put her hands up. It's up to you. To use me, and I call this a clip screen. That's a clip. I can't run against you. I'm going to slow down. You got to use screen. Use screen. So now you use my man and me against your man. Try and clip it. Get it simple. Get it downhill to do what you got to do. Okay. And then we just run. I love those hit down screens. I call them elbows because you can't help. We keep posting, so you can't help off of these two guys. You can't help. If you do help, then this guy's going to have screens wide open. So you're isolating one guy too. I just really love those screens. Anything specific you want me, because I don't make sense to what I'm saying. I get it. I've been there. I sit there and that shit will work. I get it. And if there's other stuff I see, I'm like, I really like that. You know, trying to be specific. Any little rules or premises is obviously times of concern. I don't want to drag this too long and take other people's time. Anyone have a question on anything that we just spoke about there? Okay, now if you're playing a trapping team, pressing team, or some scheme, we had a guy in K-State named Eddie Dominican. He used to get here. That guy was Jacob Bullard. Jacob Bullard is the all-time leading scorer in the history of K-State. Because then he would get it and throw it to him. And when he couldn't throw it to him, he'd get it over there and kick it to him, and he'd make shots, driving, get fouls, and free. But if team that jams your point guard. 2 men get past the half-court line. 3 men past the half-court line. Phil past the half-court line. Trail. You got the rebound. Now you're playing a team that wants to jam your point guard. So there's either one guy or 2 guys over here who will play on this side. You never go backwards in basketball. Never. You cross the floor. Okay, so if I'm jamming, you cross the floor. We go that pass. That way, we're still getting down there. So we do everything the same way. You gotta leave the circle one side of the other. Okay? Now, get back over here. I want you guys to do the round. So now you got 2 guys running over here. We played Nebraska. Don Sadler used to run 2 guys that come in. Good. I still saw play around these weeks. As good a defense as those I've had in the American plays. He used to assign 2 guys that now they come in to get down. Well, what would happen then, that's why you guys have to turn your heads and look. So I'm a Phil, and I get across, I look. If my man don't have the ball, my foot's in the ground right there. Now you throw me the ball. I'm handing it off to you. Or I turn the pivot and I throw it to you or to you. Okay? That's how we attack anybody who tries to jam, deny, trap the guy beside him right there before he catches the ball. Any questions there? Then obviously we do little things. I always, if you score, my 4 is always going to be the 5th. 5 is always going to trail. So let's get it over way on this side of the floor. PG gets to one end or the other. Phil got hit at the front of the rim. All right, what else do you want to do? This one. So now if you got a 4 that's a real good shooter, or he's good off the bounce. As soon as that PG gets to the elbow, slide out instead of flex straight right here. Now you use that, I don't care which way you go. You better come to the rim. And I step out. So now we can get a transition shot from one of our base. Right here. If the ball goes here, and I can't get a shot, I cut to the rim. You have to drag it out so you can make that pass. I cut to the rim, I see the ball goes there, put my foot on the ground, now I'm setting this screen right here for my big. They go that side, T-ball. See, I learned something to do a long time. And as soon as that's happening, you're setting a pin screen for me right here. And I'm going to divide off my shot. Guard on guard screen. They try to switch to something. Okay? If they guard it on, set the ball, you set the next screen. PG sets the pin. Your shooter coming off that screen. PG steps back out. We couldn't get shot. Couldn't get shot. Comes here. Right away. So now I can drive it and get the ball right so I can make this pass for a shot like this. Or if your man runs up to stop this, come right behind my hand. You guys understand? So we'll do that as a transition. At the end of this year, we have to play smaller than I like. So we're able to play our small forward, who was a first team all-conference player at the 4. We started doing that a lot. And he got the 3s, and the other part, he got some great dribble drives. See, anytime you can attack the rim in the open court, it's a lot easier. But you need 5 guys running. You can't just have 2 guys running, because then the other guys are standing in the paint, and now you got to take people out of the paint. And if they're going to be in the paint, you got to post them. So they can't be rim protectors. And you make the ball. I had a center, they say, they have 2 points a game, and 1 for the Elite 8. And we go to that some pitch every time. But he knew he wasn't a scorer, he passed. Averaged 2 points a game for his career. He posts, we throw it. Then we run all kinds of things, guard up, guard off, and all that, and go back out. But you got to make people guard post. If you let people stand in the paint, you got to hear all this crap about it. You got to make the lane wider. You really think that's going to help when my help side defender's going to stand? You make the lane as wide as the floor. My help side our deals defensively, rather than trying to offer some rebound and be aggressive defensively on this. You know, so that's kind of what I got. I was talking defense, I get it for 4:30. Offensively, I'm a little smart. I know when I tried to play, I had to take charge of rebound, punt, and passes to the open guy. And if we needed a basket, I would have screen for somebody to kill it. But if they passed it to me, we're in deep trouble. So when I coach, I kind of tell the good players, we're going to screen for you, we're going to get where you like the ball. You like passing it like Michael Beasley in college? You know what they call like Carmelo Anthony area, just off the block? We run takes really good there every time. Good luck. Good luck, double him. Good luck. He's still going to score. I'm here on these guys. You know, Will Walker, unbelievable offense. As explosive of players I've ever played on. So we run stuff to get him to an elbow. Go do your thing, man. Go do your thing. Just go take a back shot. Go take a back shot. This is the other part. When you teach your guys offensive rebound, you've got a real good player. Like Beasley, people who are 3 guys out. That's a might go pass, shoot ball. We're going to go rebound. So if you're running 3 and him, who the hell's boxing out the other 2 guys? Your bars. And if you double him with a 5'9" guy, he's going to turn and shoot it over the top of that guy. So if you got a real good player, I'm not telling you not to pass. You got to teach him how to pass. That's important. But rather than throw some skip pass, shoot the ball. They're good players. They're going to take most of their shots. Shoot the ball. You just got to train the other guys to go rebound pass. But, hey, I don't know if I can ever help, but like I told you when I started, I do this at every clinic I treat. This is my personal email. If you ever care about anything that we do, offensively, thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you. Anything that we do, when you guys, you ever watch this play on TV, we won 25 games. We just had a school record this year for most wins in the history of school, winning 25 this past year. I'm not telling you that what we do is better than anyone else out there. And I know this. They work for me in high school. My practices right now are almost identical to the stuff that I did when I was a high school coach. It worked for me as a high school coach. Obviously, you coach better players, so there's certain things you got to do a little bit better because the players are better, so you don't have a rarely play against a team that has a bad player on the floor. So you have to make sure that everything you do occupies all 5 guys. And anything I can ever do, offensively, defensively, film, whatever, I don't care. Listen, they sell my stuff at those championship clinics. When I was a teacher, my principal would have paid for me to have a single one of those videos. So I used to have to pay for it. So now that I'm where I'm at, I make enough money. You guys, I don't need to make more money on high school coaches. All you guys have is email, and I'll send you whatever you want. Okay, so go by the fact that you see the book magazines if it's interesting to you. My email is my first initial, F, my last name, Martin, M-A-R-T-I-N, at mailbox. .sc.edu. I don't know what we do ours, but at K-State, we set a record for the most wins in the history of that school, but we just done the same thing in South Carolina. Now, I don't speak about us in African ways. I'm just telling you, there's different ways to play. And if how we do it interests you, I'm more than happy to share it. Now, Bill Self, I don't know, is Bill here yet?
I'm listening to this.
See, we used to compete against each other. And as soon as I took the job in South Carolina, we had a little coaching powwow. And listening to him has cleaned up a lot of the things that we do offensively now. Him sharing what he does with me has allowed me to teach something differently that's made us better. So I'm just telling you, share information. It's not a secret. Listen, today's technology, we all know what every team runs. So it's not like when you run a secret. How you teach it has share those things. It makes the game better. It makes play